Welcome back. Welcome back. It's the duo you never knew you needed, but you have to have.
The
Me and
best.
we're back. Reacting to a little playoffs as of right now. We just saw the Rui Hachimura scuffle. It's going on right now, as you can see. But Lakers are kicking ass. My Cavs are sucking ass. And
Hawks got a dub.
facts. We're gonna go through them all. We recorded 2 days ago, so we have all the games that are played, and then we'll probably record tomorrow night too, just because the games tomorrow are supposed to be some electric games, and you guys want to see my Cavs reaction to us winning. But we just watched the Garcia Tank fight. Holy Lord, dude! I'm not a fighter by any stretch, and I don't watch a ton of boxing. I watch a little bit of the UFC, but nothing too crazy. Their hand speed is unbelievable. And shout out Tank for the dub. That was insane. Knockdown and a knockout. Um, Little kidney punch, liver punch.
It was crazy, bro, because it looked like he like grazed him. You know what I'm saying? And then they
But dude,
played
that's
the
the thing
slow
about
mo
those like
look.
the low body shots, like where like the kidneys and shit are.
Yeah,
Those are the ones that, dude.
liver shot was crazy.
But yeah, I mean, shout out that fight. I mean, that was. I didn't pay money for it, obviously, but I mean,
If you need a stream to watch not only boxing but also the NBA as well, hit up Stream East. No
facts. I
free
mean,
ad.
everyone probably knows about Stream East, but I mean, it's the goat.
You
Been
did.
on that for a long, long time. But yeah, I mean, this is an NBA pod. By all means, if you want to check out more boxing stuff, we're not the guys for it. But
I am the guy. I am the guy. I
Slim
grew up
knows his stuff. I do
in the
not. But
day.
um, yeah, let's get into the first first sweep, first round exit, first team to be out. The Brooklyn Nets.
You
Finn,
did.
I wish you were here because you were talking a lot of shit on the Cavs, and I thought you were going to get one. And I was being a good compatriot. I was rooting for the Nets. I mean, I have a future on the Sixers. I didn't expect the Nets to win the series, but I expected them to win one.
That's facts.
You gotta be classy. You gotta win
That's
one.
facts. And then
But
I feel like every game that they have played at some point during the games, like during that
they had a
series,
shot.
they had a shot. They had a shot. I think Mikal Bridges really showed you that, hey, I can lead the squad. I just need y'all to, come back me up a little bit with scoring. And I think, like I said, Cam with Mikal, I think that they're a great duo. And I think that Brooklyn has those two players to kind of build the rest of the team around. But I think Spencer Dinwiddie is or just didn't perform as well as he needed to today specifically for them to at least get one dub.
Yeah, especially without Embiid, this is the game to do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they got outplayed the whole series. Embiid didn't even have to be insane. Embiid, they did a great job on him, and I think Boston's going to
100%.
do a whole lot of that unless they
Mhm.
get too egotistic and want to just play Horford or Robert Williams on him straight up. But I mean, sorry, I'm not discounting the Hawks yet, but I think it's a pretty fair assumption. But yeah, I mean, they did a good job on Embiid. Like he didn't look like the
Great job.
MVP of the
Did he have
league.
like 19 points or something like that?
Yeah, he had 14 and 5 turnovers or 8 turnovers in the last game he played, game 3.
Crazy.
I mean, we didn't expect the Nets to be here after everything that happened with the trade deadline. Like we didn't expect them to really be making a title push like they were before. But I mean, this was a little unexpected. And Finn, I know, was talking to me on the phone a few hours ago and was saying we just got to build for the future, make a couple moves to get back to where we need to be. Damian Lillard is the name that's circling around right now. He
I
was
heard
courtside at
that.
one of the games, yeah. And I mean, Damian Lillard on the team, I think it makes them slightly better, and I think it gives them a closer and a shot creator, but I don't think it moves them much far. I think it puts them in consistent top 6 seed if they keep all the guys, because they have enough very solid role players, but they don't have this. Like Mikal can be a 2, but not on a championship team to me. I don't know if I'm being. I like Mikal a lot, but I don't think he's a 2 for a championship team. Like
You don't think so? He shows you he can give you 35, 40 on any given night.
I know, but I can also see him shoot. Gave you 18 on 6 of 18 shooting. That's the thing. I
Is
think
he
he'll
really
get there.
gonna? You
I
think
think
you?
he'll get there.
Oh, go ahead. You said
No,
you don't think he get there?
I think he could get there, but right now, like if you put Damian Lillard on the Nets, do you think they're a top 5 seed in the East? Do you think they're better than Cleveland? Do you think they're better than the Knicks? Do you think they're better than Philly? I don't.
With Damian Lillard
Yeah.
and Mikal as the two?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't move the needle that much for me. Finn's going to talk about it when he's on, and he'll be on tomorrow night because he's not out. But, I mean, I don't think it moves the needle that much. I also overestimated the needle on Kyrie, so you could take with what I say a grain of salt. I was wrong on Kyrie going to the Mavs, but and I was also not high on KD on the Suns just because of their roster as a whole. But I mean, they're still. I always said they're going to be a very good team. But yeah, I don't know. I think they still need another piece. I think they need another shot creator because like Mikal is good, but like it's selective spots. And I think I think he's going to really work at his game this summer, like he always does, from what I see online. But it'll be interesting. Who do I think they should get or want? Facts. I mean, if you can finesse a Jaylen Brown trade, I'm just saying. If you had a Damian Lillard and Jaylen Brown and say, because Dame would have
Mikal Bridges,
Dame would have to be traded, yes.
Dame would have to be traded.
Yeah, and Jaylen Brown, he doesn't have to be traded, right?
Is he a free agent?
I think so, because the whole thing is the contract extension this year, right? If he makes an All-NBA team, he gets $251 million from the Celtics, or if not, he gets 188, 186. I think. Right. I think that's the difference between but if he doesn't make an All-NBA team, it's the same. So if he makes the All-NBA team, he can get up to $70 million more from the Celtics. If he doesn't, which I think he will, but if he doesn't, then he would get 186, 188, something like that. In the 180s, I think, from any team, same amount.
Damn.
Because like he wasn't eligible for the super max extension, like Luka has got, or Darius Garland, or Cat, or I'm just thinking of guys off the top of my head. Maybe here, no, I don't know. I think so. I think that's what's right. But Tatum has it. But I think if you get him and Damian Lillard, and say you lose, you would probably lose Dorian Finney-Smith. You probably lose half your role players realistically. But like if you had a roster coming out there with Lillard, Jaylen Brown, Mikal, whoever you want whoever the random four is to be, and then Claxton, and then you had two guys off the bench, I think that's a very, very formidable team. Yeah. And I think that would move them the needle. But I don't think just adding one of them moves them into that tier of 100. Being a real contender, to me.
100.
But, I mean, this is about Philly. Doc didn't do anything that wowed me that series adjustment-wise. I mean, they won, so I can't really criticize him. But they didn't figure out a way to make Embiid impactful, which is concerning.
100.
Like he
especially against I would say like a smaller team, because I don't
exactly. Dude, they were rolling out Royce guarding him. Royce was guarding him for possessions. I mean, they were sending immediate doubles or like flash doubles.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Is that how to stop Embiid though?
I think you got to try it if you're the Celtics or the Hawks. You have to, right?
I guess
not, dude. They held them up to like 20 points per game in this series. It's insane.
I like how you said "or the Hawks."
I'm not discounting anybody.
You did.
I mean, if you win the next game, you got a shot.
Oh, 100.
But yeah, I think that's a solid little segue. But I mean, I'm rooting for the Sixers to beat their next opponent just because of the future I have on them. But I also don't really like Philly, so I'd be indifferent, but all my focus is on my Cavs. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's swing it over to the Celtics and Hawks series. The hometown team for Slim took a dub. I actually bet the Hawks that game, so shout out me. But I also, to people at home who are wondering about my bets, I have not been keeping track about my spread picks.
Wow.
I know, I totally misfired, but I'll keep up with it from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cavs by 1 million. But let's talk about this Hawks game.
Celtics or Hawks v Celtics at home. Game 3Z. We lost 2. Had to come home for game 3 and get a big dub. Trey had 32 points. And our bench came in, dropped 40 points. 40 points. Shout out to Bogey. Shout out to Sadiq Bey. Shout out to Jalen Johnson. Y'all heard me talk about the rookie last week, stepping up big time. Shout out Coach Twin for trusting him and letting him get out there on the floor and push and transition and try to go get something. He tried to go get a body. I forgot who it was on yesterday, but
did I don't know, this might be a bad question, but is AJ Griffin still getting a ton of PT or no?
No, not really, because
I didn't think I saw him. I think I saw him a little bit, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, he was good though, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was good throughout the season. I just think that because he's a rookie, they're like, and he's not showing like, I don't think he's showing playoff readiness, if that makes any sense. I think like if Orlando just so happened to make it to the playoffs, then P5 is going to be playing. If like you see Keegan Murray over there in Sacramento, playing big time minutes, just because that has been his role throughout the season. But I think because Boston is a more aggressive team, I think we're seeing a lot less play time from AJ. I don't even think he touched the floor last game. I'm not sure. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah. But no, we played great ball. We moved the ball well, and I think that is what we need to do on a nightly basis, where we can, not just camp out on the perimeter and just take threes and spontaneous threes from Trae Young. But I think that the more that we move the ball, the more that we seek out trying to create contact, get to the foul line early, get them in foul trouble. Derek White I think he fouled out, and then which was big because he does so much defensively.
He basically fouled out. He had 5 fouls.
Yeah, 100. And then I think Malcolm Brogdon may have had like 3, but we got them, and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown had 4, I want to say too, but
5.
5. As long as we continue to get these guys to the foul line early, which I think that we are capable of, because we are, our guards are a smaller size compared to Boston, and I think that the way that they can get to the cup in whatever ways possible, and also have the ability to shoot the long ball, I think that if we get them in foul trouble, we keep the ball moving, keep pushing the pace in transition. I think that we really got a chance come tomorrow, win this game in the A, and then take it back up there to Boston and then go win one on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, I'll be upfront, I don't think the Hawks are winning the series, and I think most Hawks fans probably realize that, and they're just looking for good stuff to see for next
until tomorrow.
But yeah, if they win tomorrow, by all means, I'll root for I'll root for the Hawks. I'm for the people here. I'm for my pod.
You dig? Unlike some other people who just happen to be a part
of that in a little bit too. But no, I mean, I didn't watch the game because I was working, but I think I'm just looking at the box score, and obviously that doesn't tell the whole story, but you guys outshot them. And the Celtics shot the ball well, and they've shot it well. They've shot it well for all 3 games, which they're going to be due for a kind of a rough shooting night. And I'm just looking, and I'm just thinking about the Cavs as I'm looking at this. 91 and 92 shot attempts between the 2 teams is unbelievable.
Yeah, and then Boston had like 20-something threes, didn't they?
Yeah, 21. Yeah.
21.
I mean, dude, 48 3-point attempts is crazy. I said on this pod, the Celtics live or die by the 3. They shoot it very well, but there's going to be times where they get in trouble, and it's going to cost them, I'm telling you.
And it started early. As soon as the first quarter started, you had Jason Tatum coming down, Derek White, and they were just all hitting big threes across the board. And then we had a timeout, had to readjust. And then our folks started to come in and hit time big shots once it came down to our bench. Bogey started lighting it up. And then Sadiq Bey started lighting it up. And then, like I said, just pushing the ball in transition from our big Jalen Johnson, the young cat, doing a great job over there for the Hawks. And I think that this is what we need, not only from our starters, just with pushing the pace and moving off the ball and all of that stuff. I think that it also comes from the consistency and efficiency coming from our bench.
Yeah, and so you guys had a lot of turnovers, but the one thing you did really, really well and killed them on is rebounding.
Yeah, offensive rebounds.
You beat them by 5 in offensive rebounds, in offensive rebounds just alone, 6 to 11. But you won by 19 overall rebounding. You're finishing possessions, and so that's the stuff. One, playoff basketball, that's important, and two, especially for the Hawks when they're having to shoot. When they're having to rebound long rebounds, finishing those possessions is huge. They still scored 122 points just because of the sheer volume of threes they made, and the fast break opportunities they got from their steals. But if you guys can finish those possessions where they shoot and there's those long rebounds, those are super, super, super critical. And it's the only way you're going to be able to win games in this series. And I think doing stuff like that, and if you continue to win that rebounding battle as dominantly as you have, but also limiting turnovers, you could definitely win this series because I think you guys can shoot well enough. You have enough shooters to where you should be fine. It's just about limiting turnovers and finishing possessions, and I think that's what you have to do to beat the better teams.
100%.
So, yeah, I'm interested in this series. I'm more interested now after they finally got one under their belt. I like the spot for them as a better, so I checked it out and. Better than
the Nets, if I must say.
Yeah, sold me out of 3 fucking picks. But let's move to the other side. Let's move to the West. Let's talk Nuggets, Timberwolves. This will be brief because I don't think there's really much to talk about. But I bet the Timberwolves in their last game. Should not have done that. I don't know why I ever bet on Rudy Gobert. I normally don't. I just thought that the fact they were only 2-point dogs is crazy. At home, I thought the line was weird. And you always criticize me for looking at the line weird, like doesn't matter. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, it matters. That's why that the Timberwolves didn't work out. They were winning for a good portion of the game. It was going back and forth, but the better team closed it out. That's the Nuggets. They're up 3-0. I honestly expect a sweep. Rudy Gobert, obviously, can't do nothing. And losing D'Lo is big for them, dude.
Big time. Huge.
Like, I love Ant, but he can't single-handedly win them games with the roster they have versus as high-powered of an offense as Denver is. Because if you went and had, say, a team like the Cavs or not the Knicks, like a team that defends super well but can't consistently score, those are the games that you can have a superstar really carry you, and where he's just making tough bucket after tough bucket. The Nuggets, facts, but the Knicks, or not the Knicks, sorry. The Nuggets are such a powerhouse of an offense that it's tough to consistently make tough shots when they're making pretty much like at such an efficient rate.
100%.
I'm curious to see how it's looking like Phoenix, Denver in round 2, and I'm very, very curious for that series. That one I will be watching every game, and no doubt. You got anything to say or nothing really?
I want Ant, Georgia boy, so I'm rooting for the cat, but or no pun intended, but I'm rooting for Ant. I'm a big fan, and I'd like him to get out of Minnesota. I want him somewhere where they're gonna take care of him and put him in a place that could help him thrive. Just because I don't think that they are playing winning basketball in Minnesota, but I don't think they have ever played winning basketball in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying?
Remember a few weeks ago or a few episodes ago when I was saying there's just teams when we were doing our season grades?
Yeah.
When I was saying there's just teams in that like mid-tier that just have to blow it up.
Yeah, blow it up.
I think they way overcommitted for Rudy Gobert, and I don't know what – I said it happened. I don't know what their plan was. Like, did you think that going from – they were what, the 7 seed last year? They were in the play-in. They won the first game. Pat Bev and the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
I know they're in the play-in, but I don't know what seed. They were 7 or 8, but if you thought getting Rudy Gobert for half your roster and 5 first-round picks was going to move the needle that much to make you a serious contender, you're just wrong.
And then getting rid of D'Angelo Russell.
What did you get back for D'Lo? First-round pick? That was it, right? And you got rid of Malik Beasley, who's a great role player, great shooter. And I don't know, they're just in that team with like the Raptors, and I mean they fired Nick Nurse, the Raptors. You see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that today.
Yeah. So I don't know what their plan is, but it's rumored Ime Udoka.
That's what I posted to my Instagram. Y'all check out my Instagram.
But I mean, I think that I don't know. They're just one of those teams that just got to figure it out, and it's not working with their current guys. Like if you want, like you can't trade Rudy Gobert. No one's giving you an equal package for Rudy Gobert. I don't think you get 2 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert. I don't.
Scrap them.
So figure it out. Like you need help with rebounding, fine, but what has that gotten you? It's limited you so badly on offense. But it's a boring series for the most part. But if you're a Timberwolves fan, I'm sorry. If you're a Nuggets fan, hope you.
Shout out to the Nuggets. That's what I was gonna say. Shout out to Joker. Shout out to Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., KCP,
Mr. Greenbean.
You dig?
But let's move into another slightly boring but getting more interesting series, which is the Bucks and the Heat. Very weird games throughout. Like all the games I expected to happen are the flipped. Like game 1, I thought the Bucks were gonna kill him, but then Giannis gets hurt and Miami kills him. And then game 2, no Giannis, they win by like 30. With what it felt like at least. And then game 3, the Heat win by 30 again with no Giannis. But I don't know. It's just a weird series. And as a Cavs fan, I hope the Heat win because I want the Cavs to advance as far as they can possibly go. And I feel way better about playing the Heat than I do the Bucks. But
really,
yeah. I mean, without Giannis, maybe not. But 1, we'd get home court advantage, which is crucial for us. 2, they don't have Tyler Hero. And 3, they can't score. And we are the best defense in the league. I mean, we got to get past the Knicks first. We're down. So I can't really be talking like this. But
that's what I'm saying.
If you've checked out this show, I'm very overconfident in the Cavs. Delusionally confident.
I don't even use the word delusional just because everybody's reality is their own. So I would like to appreciate everybody for what they believe in. Hey, I rock with it. But talk about delusional, man, I be watching money go to waste, if you know what I'm saying. But
I got a lot of money on the Cavs to win this series, by the way. I doubled down. I doubled down on it.
You did what?
I doubled down on it. I also have a lot of money on the next game. My work check is going away quickly. Let's just say that. But the Bucks Heat, I don't know what to make of it. Is Giannis coming back? Is he not? I think he was close to playing today. He was game time decision.
100, yeah. Almost put him down on the parlay.
I think if you have, I mean, if Miami goes up 3-1, even if Giannis comes back, I still think they could win a game.
I don't know, bro. I mean, to be honest,
3-1 is tough, man.
I haven't even been able to catch it. Like I haven't been able.
I haven't really watched it to be honest.
But I knew Chris Middleton would be like a key factor, but no Giannis is kind of scary. Like you need all the guys to step up. You know, at that point, you know, with Drew.
3-1, you have to play 3 perfect games.
Yeah.
That's what the Cavs did in 2016. Just saying, but no, I mean. I'm not worried about the Bucks if Giannis comes back. Like I think they handle business, and if they don't win this game tomorrow, right? Or do they play today? They play today.
Cavs?
Monday. No, the Bucks. And the Heat.
Oh, Bucks. Oh, Monday.
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, one of the 2 days, I think. But I mean, if the Heat win, good shit. Fair play. You took advantage of Giannis being out. I mean, that's. Like, you don't root for injuries, but you got to take advantage when it's there. If you're the best player in the world's out, you got to win when he's not there. And if he's coming back, you got to win before he gets back to give yourself a chance. But I've been low. I've not been a fan of Miami this whole year. And I think the reason I didn't want to play them in the first round when it was still a close race between who would be the 5 seed was because the coaching and the experience they have making a finals run, Eastern Conference Finals last year, while their team is not as good as it was, like just statistically, I didn't want to play them just because of that. But I mean, the Bucks, if they get Giannis back, I don't see how they lose. But if they don't, I can't see how they win. Like, I think they're evenly matched, but Miami having a home game next game, being up 2-1 is crucial.
Very
especially
cool.
with no Giannis. Like, Giannis can go win a road game. He could win both for all it matters. They don't. Drew's very good, but he's not single-handedly winning a game like Giannis or Jimmy Butler. But I don't know. I mean, interesting series. It's kind of boring. Like, the games have kind of stunk. But let's move to another series that's moving on to Game 5. Suns and Clippers.
Suns v Clippers.
I'm intrigued. Russ balled out, wasn't enough. Kawhi and Paul George are out for the rest of this series.
Kawhi is officially out for the rest of the series?
Yeah, he got ruled out 2 days ago. I think, at least. I know he's not playing Game 4, and I'm pretty sure it's the whole series, but I don't know, man. The Suns are going to – they got Game 5 at home. They're going to win it.
I thought Game 4 was today.
No, last night.
Game 4?
Yeah, they're up 3-1.
They played today.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, today was Game 4. So
yeah, they played early. I forgot. I'm used to them playing at 10.
Yeah, I think Clippers can steal Game 5, though.
They already got one on the road, and they don't have Kawhi.
2 factors. You want to ask me who those 2 factors are?
Can I guess?
Take a guess.
Norman Powell.
No.
How is he not a factor? He's their best player right now, basically. And Bones Highland.
Russell Westbrook and Bones Highland.
All right, well, I didn't think you were going to go the Russ route. You kind of made it sound like X factors. Russ is obviously a factor.
Russ is obviously a factor, but the public treats him like an X factor up until he gets traded from the Los Angeles Lakers to the Los Angeles, or he gets
traded, bought out.
Yeah, okay. And then guess what? He's with the Clippers.
He's playing good ball.
Playing great ball, phenomenal ball. Shout out to Russ. Shout out to all the Russ fans who have always put respect on his name, despite calling him Wash, calling him out of his name, calling him Westbrook. That's not his name. Russ is showing y'all, I ain't going nowhere, and I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not going down without a fight. So I noticed that within these games, I mean, it's KD, D-Book. Y'all know D-Book. Like, I'm a D-Book. You know, that's my favorite. That's my favorite player or whatever. But seeing Bones and Russ have a little chemistry, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the court, just getting to it. I saw today, Russ was in the left corner, right? And then Bones bringing the ball up the court. He's telling him, oh, you know, cut baseline, get around to the other side. Guess what? He swung it to Norman Powell or whoever else. I think maybe Terrence Mann or something. Swung it to Terrence Mann. And then he was on the right wing, swung it over to Russ one more time, who had just went over to the right after Bones was telling him to cut. Guess what? Russ popped that mug, hit for the 3 after like that was like his second or third 3 or whatever. And then just the crowd was electric, but Russ was like, he hit him with the meme mug, and then I could see Busy in the backcourt a little bit, just like come on now, you know what I'm saying? So I think those two have a special bond on the floor that could really be exciting for Clippers fans and just NBA fans in general. And I think that would be the reason why they take Game 5 is those two and Norman Powell being a part of, you know, leading the Clippers to the dub.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they take it. I think just having D-Book and Ayton and KD and CP is going to carry them, especially without the Clippers having their 2 stars. But I mean, do you want, like, I guess if you win this game, you can go back to home, you can win 6 and push it 7, but I don't know. I just think the Suns are a little bit too good.
100.
Yeah, we're about to talk about this game afterward. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the Suns get the job done. They're at home. They won a couple. If they could get, they're ahead of Denver, like game wise. If well, technically not because they have to play another game. But if Denver wins tomorrow, then they're obviously done. But
I think Denver plays Monday.
no, they play tomorrow. All of the other teams, it's Cleveland, New York at 1, Sac, Golden State at 3:30, Boston, Atlanta at 7, Denver, Minnesota at 9:30.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I think the Suns get it done. I think they start prepping for Denver, and life goes on. But let's round out the. Oh, we still got to talk Kings Warriors too. Holy shit, we're running long. All right, Lakers Grizzlies. The game is about to finish right now. Lakers are up
107 to 95, 139 in the fourth. LeBron just made his second free throw, I assume.
Yeah. So obviously, I don't think did we talk about Dylan Brooks calling LeBron old yet, or is that after the fact? I mean,
that was after our last pod.
Way to really put yourself in a hole. I mean, in my opinion, but talking shit to the GOAT is not the way to go about your business.
They're just down 10. If they get a stop right now with 120 left in the fourth, I think they could do it. They would need to flip something for it.
This is over, Slim. I mean, unless you have Lakers minus 4.5.
No, I'm an optimistic kind of guy, and I don't ever bet on them.
I'm sorry. 10-point game with a minute and 15 left. Get out of here, dude.
Oh, no, they just upped it, too. What the hell?
Very nice move by D-Lo.
All right.
All right. I mean, as I was saying, Dylan Brooks, you can't talk shit to the GOAT before a game. Go down, tied 1-1. You lost one of the games at home. You just won. And then you're going to talk shit to LeBron, who's going back to LA with one of the most hostile crowds in the NBA, to actually getting ejected because you hit him in the nuts because you couldn't guard. I mean, what are we doing here? You guys scored 9 points in a quarter. And I thought the Cavs couldn't score yesterday. Jesus Christ, 9 points in a quarter? That's horrific. You scored less points than minutes in a quarter. Like, if you score 15-point quarter, fine. That's okay. 9 is wild. But, I mean, Ja's back. He's actually played way better than I anticipated. I was saying to Slim on the phone that I didn't think he should play. I think, like, being hampered, and the Grizzlies are good without him. But, like, obviously Ja makes a difference, and this is a game that Ja can take over and win. And you need your best player for road games. But, I mean, I think this series is going to go to 6. That was my prediction beforehand. I still think it will be. I think Lakers go up 3-1. I think they finish out tonight, and they win the next one, the following game, whenever that is, Monday or Tuesday. And they lose game 5. They win game 6. And Lakers are playing – who are the 2 seed? No, they are the 2 seed. Who's the 3 seed? Oh, the Kings or Warriors, which will also be a great series. The West picks up after round 1. That's for damn sure. But, I mean, Dylan Brooks, you're a bozo. I mean,
whoa.
I mean, he's a dude. I mean, you can't talk shit, get absolutely schooled, and then punch a guy in the nuts and get ejected. I mean, you can't. You have to finish the game. You have to. But anything you want to say about this series, or any updates that you have seen, like game plan things that have been working, and anything like that?
I think this was really my first time. Nah. Yeah, I see him limping over a stupid dunk. What is he doing, bro? This is calf.
Is he even in the game? This is what I don't understand.
Yeah, it was his calf. I mean, what was that? 10 points?
Definitely just cramped up. But
yeah. But I don't know. I've seen a couple games. I didn't get to watch that last one, but I'm rooting for Memphis. So I would like Memphis to win.
You're not rooting
But
for LeBron? Get out of here, dude.
no,
We
I
are
mean,
actually total opposite fan
yeah,
bases
yeah.
on everything. But I'm rooting for the Hawks for you. Keep that in mind.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. Hey, even if the Hawks lose, we go with the C's over here. But no, I rock with LeBron. It's just that I rock with every other team but the Lakers. It's not really a LeBron hate.
You
Like
just
I
don't
don't
like
have
the
no.
Lakers. It's fair. You like the Celtics. It's fair.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm an East Coast cat. So I grew up.
So, no doubt. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not a Lakers fan by any stretch, but I'm rooting for LeBron. I like AD a lot. I like LeBron.
yeah.
So
I like
Reeves is
every.
cold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like.
like the. I honestly really do just like the Lakers whole team right now. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
even cap.
They got a. They have a great squad. Rui Hachimura is balling out. You know what I'm saying? And
They're fun. They're fun.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 100, 100. And I think this was a much needed. Um, not. I don't even say. I think much needed for LA's culture, and I think that maybe the reason why they held Memphis to 9 is just because of all of the slack that they had been catching from having Pat Bev, Russ, and everybody at the beginning of this year and this season when they didn't believe in the Lakers. Oh, we couldn't turn it around, but here we are, and going against Memphis. I
Memphis
think
is not a bad team by any stretch. They're the 2 seed. They're good.
they are. They
The
are
Lakers are just better. Like it's kind of crazy to say they just are.
100, 100, and I think I'll be excited if the Lakers win. And I think that the factors are more players who come to play. I think Memphis doesn't have the arsenal that Los Angeles does with all of the guys that they have. Like you got LeBron, AD, D'Lo, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura,
Memphis is normally deep, but they're all injured. Brandon Clark, Steven Adams, Dylan Brooks gets
Are
ejected
they?
for fun. Jaw's hurt.
Do you think that they like really put up a fight with the Lakers though with those stars?
Yes, with AD or Steven Adams and Brandon Clark. Yeah, because Steven Adams is huge and will just wreak havoc on the boards.
But at what cost though? Because LA showed you tonight that they can get buckets relentlessly,
Yeah,
and not just through AD in the post.
but I just think no. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying finishing possessions, like all the intangible stuff we talked Celtics Hawks about. I think
Yeah.
energy, leadership. I think Steven Adams brings that, and Brandon Clark's a good energy bench piece. But all right, I'm tired, so we're gonna speed through these last two. But we got the 2 best series so far, in my opinion. Kings Warriors. Warriors took Game 3 behind a very, very, very special performance from Steph Curry. I was saying to one of my friends how they were saying how Kings plus 200 on the money line was a crime. I was like, is it? Warriors were 5.5-point favorites. No Draymond. Kicked ass. Kicked ass. I expect there's levels, right? There's Kings at home, first home playoff game, that environment. They're going to play some good ball, even if it's their first playoff game. And they had some woes where they could have honestly lost game 1, but Malik Monk really and De'Aaron really made some clutch shots, which was very needed. But they low-key could have lost game 1. Game 2, they played way better, and they eased into the playoffs. They understood what it was about. Game 3, first road playoff game in probably the loudest arena. I don't like to say that. You don't think Golden State's the loudest arena? I mean, Sacramento has been amazing, but
Hey, watch how I do them, y'all. The this or that public. The Garden was rocking yesterday.
fair. It wasn't louder than Cleveland, I'll tell you that. Game 2 in Cleveland, bro, in that first half.
Sacramento, when they light the beam, crazy.
Okay,
the
I
Garden,
agree. There's tiers, no doubt. I think that Golden State is in that top tier.
Smoothie King is up there too.
I guess.
New Orleans.
Yeah, but they don't do enough to really get it going like
Just wait. Just wait.
I
Healthy.
hope they do good. I like Zion. I want them to be good. I had them as a final contender before the year, barring injury. But
Me and you both on this show. Welcome.
But I mean, Kings Warriors. Who do you like in Game 4? Draymond's back. Golden State's 7.5 point favorites.
OT maybe, but Golden State. I say Golden State at home, but I can see it going into an OT. I think Mike Brown will coming from the coaching system in Golden State will be able to relate to the guys in a way that he hasn't been able to before, because they haven't been in the playoffs for one, and then the fact that they're playing against Golden State, and then now that they've experienced, like you said, like the first game it was kind of whatever, but they played better the second game, so because they had that little feel for what it was like after the first game. I think that is going to be the same case for playing
Game 4 in Golden State. I agree.
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
it'll be close. I think if I was to bet, I would say Sac plus 7.5. I think they keep it close. I don't know if they win, but I think they keep it close. I can't see them getting blown out twice with how good their offense is, even with the crowd. But I think they're in the similar kind of spot, just better than what the Cavs are in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good segue so we can move in, but we'll relate between the two teams. But Cavs, you could say the Kings didn't get punched in the mouth in Game 1 or just didn't play up to their standards, but they didn't play amazing in Game 1. They had amazing moments that led them to victory, but they did enough to win. So that first game was a little shaky, but then Game 2 you saw, okay, we're home, we got the crowd, we know what we have to do, and juices flow. Game on the road, first game on the road, Cavs got punched in the mouth. Kings got punched in the mouth. Game 4, how do these teams respond? If Sac wins Game 4, I'm worried about them for the Lakers. If they don't, then I worry about them on the road. I think this Kings are very, very good at home. So are the Cavs, but we sucked. We couldn't make a shot. Like, people are saying how the Knicks destroyed us, all this stuff. Yeah, they did, but not because of stuff they did, so to speak. They did have moments where they held us to not scoring and played really good defense, but majority of the issues in the first half was we just couldn't make shots. Karis LeVert was 0 for 7 or 0 for 6 in the first half. Darius Garland was the worst basketball player I've ever seen. He like warm-up jump shots missed for DG. And he shot 46% on the year from the floor, 41 from 3. He shoots 40% from the floor. We have a way better chance of winning that game. Donovan, I need another Donovan game. I need one. This is the game to do it. But I need it. Darius was way more aggressive. And if Darius is hitting shots like I expect him to tomorrow, we're good. But I mean, I was way more confident after Game 2. I wasn't worried after Game 1. That loss worried me, but not as much as Knicks fans are making it seem like. I don't know have you been getting a lot of Knicks stuff on your TikTok or no?
No, not really. I don't.
40 minutes from New York, so like I'm getting it all.
Yeah, it's
and it sucks. It's an instant skip, just one of those automatically. But I mean, I think we pull it out. If we don't, we're kind of screwed. But I mean, I could also see us coming back from down 3-1. We have 2 home games if it comes down to Game 7. But I'd prefer not to. I'd like to win in 6. I said 6 before the series. I'd like to keep that promise. I need a Donovan game, and I need DJ to play like he did in Game 2. I don't understand how we can go from the best game I've ever seen him play, basically, like not just getting hot and like scoring, but the way he controlled the entire game was like superstar-esque level. Like I could see him as our second best player without Evan Mobley having to take that jump, and we could win like a chip. Like that's how good he played. Yeah, but if he plays if he does that again, I think we could lose every fucking game ever. That was awful. I mean, I'm just going to keep it a stack. His confidence better not be wavered. I still think DG is our second best player. He still is. Please play better. That's all I have to say. I will be watching this game sadly on the golf course, but very happily on the golf course. I will be drinking. I will be hitting pars. I will be hitting nukes. And we are going to watch a nice victory. But any last words before we get out of here? You want to run through the spreads real quick of the games and just pick them and then get out of here?
Yeah, I'll say though, for your Cavs, because guess what? I'm a great friend. I'm a great brother. I'm a great co-host, and I don't not root for my team's team. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you're worried. You're worried about the Cavs. If you were a fan, you'd be worried. You would be.
I was just gonna say y'all need 50 from Donovan tomorrow.
No, we don't. We don't need 50. I need 35, and I need 22 from DG. I need 10 from Evan and 10 boards. That's all I need, and we'll be good. We know we need 10. We need 15 from Karras.
You need 50 from Spida because, like you said, if they take it to Cleveland, how many games they got? They play both games in Cleveland.
What do you mean?
I'm saying like game 6, game 7.
No, it would be 5 in Cleveland.
5, 6, or 7. All right, but you take it back to Cleveland for game 6.
No, it'd be New York. Yeah. I'd like to be tied. I really would.
You need 50.
Definitely do. I'm not saying this is a must. Actually, it is must win. It's a must win. I'm confident. But would you be worried?
I think you need 50 tomorrow.
50 is a ton of points. Can't you say 40? And I'd be like, okay, that can definitely happen. 50 can definitely happen.
He gave you 71.
Okay, but that's one in a lifetime kind of game there. But
I think the Garden is rocking, and because of the circumstances of whatever, like how we were mentioning earlier with the Los Angeles Clippers and why, folks could be losing or, not playing or whatever. I think that is the same scenario specifically for Donovan Mitchell because he wanted to come to New York. He thought he was coming to New York for this season.
He loves our guys.
I know he loves it in Cleveland, but I think this is a big,
it's personal, you're saying.
Yeah. It's a big FU to the Garden, especially losing in the Garden. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, if he has 50 I'm going to be running around my house naked.
I think
I'll be so excited. We just have to win.
He has no choice. In order for the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think the whole team needs to show up. Yeah, like exactly what you're saying. Like that is the logical thing, but that wasn't the case in whatever. So like you said, like Sacramento, like they're gonna have to adjust. But if they don't adjust because DG isn't hitting big shots, and I don't think Evan Mobley would be, playing as aggressive as he would need to be against a Julius Randle, against because New York has I feel like those guys are, stronger than Cleveland. But
yeah, no, they are. Cavs aren't a strong team. They're tall in the front court, but they're not strong.
But I think in order for that to, in order for y'all to get the dub tomorrow, like y'all got to play team ball. But if your team doesn't show up and it's just Donovan, y'all are going to need 50 from him in order to take Cleveland.
Yeah, we need a game 1 Donovan, like how he played in game 1, but the rest of the team just can't stink like it did in game 1. But the team stunk even worse last game, so there's no worse you can play than what you just did.
Thanks.
So hopefully we take it up a notch, but Knicks are favored by 2.5. Who do you like?
Knicks. Okay, shout out to the Cavs.
I'm going with the Cavs. As a betting man, he's going for the Knicks. As a fan, he's rooting for the Cavs, though. Finn, on the other hand, real asshole about it. But Golden State minus 7.5. I think we both said Kings, basically. Kings plus the points.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, Golden State's 7.5 point favorites.
Golden State.
Oh, you're taking Golden State? I thought you said you overtime.
No, I said I think that the game will go into overtime. But
you think Golden State wins by 8 in overtime? I mean, all right. The Hawks are 6.5 point favorites. They were 5.5 when they won the last game, so they got docked a point. So I guess the books think the Celtics are going to win, which is fair.
Excuse my language. I usually don't drop profanity on here. But fuck the books.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm going to be a real friend and pick the Hawks plus 6.5. Maybe even throw some money at it, unlike you. And then last one, Denver is 3.
I'll throw some money at the Cavs. I'll throw some money at the Cavs.
All right, fine. All right, then Denver is 3.5 point favorites at Minnesota.
Yeah.
Denver? Yeah, I'll rock it. Fuck it. They want to get out of there. Those are our picks. Ride them. Don't. Do whatever you like. Like, comment, subscribe. Whole 9 yards. Go Cavs. Go Hawks. Fuck the Nets. And peace.